So the target's up there, and for anybody who says different, I've put a meter, a tape meter, wheel, whatever you want to call it, a winding tape spool, so I can show you how far it is from the actual target. We're here, there's the target. I'll try and zoom in up there, and that's where I'll be shooting from. I can't remember, I did I've been flapping about setting my camera up and my other camera down here on the tripod to film the target. I've kept that out of the way just in case the first couple of shots miss while I zero the gun, and I don't want to take my video camera out. I've had that about 12 years. So we'll work our way up and we'll see what distance it is. I haven't done a very straight job of it, I must admit. But it works out to be 24 strides. I measured that before I put the tape out. 24 meters. It does indeed say. I don't know if you can see that. And there's the gun ready for action. I've got my mount on here, so hopefully that'll pick me up with my little DJI 2 pocket. What I didn't say last night in my video I made was the gun cost me £350. I got a gun slip and a tin of pellets with it, so that's probably 30 quid's worth, so can't complain for 350. So effectively the gun costs 320. Right, I'm going to zero my my sights and then we'll continue this video. I can't hear you, mate. You're going to have to talk louder. The motorway's coming over you. I can't hear you. That ain't too bad. Just wants to go to the right. I'll adjust my sights. Ain't bad for 33 or 34 yards. I can't remember which it is. too bad. But we're impressed with that. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. One low one, that'll be down to me. The old barrel's getting leaded in, and slowly the mechanism and all the movement inside the gun's working in. I'm letting my grandson have a few shots with my gun and trying to give him a bit of tuition. He has shot guns before, and I speeded this up because it was quite painful to watch. At normal speed he didn't do very well at all, and when we finished the session of shooting I packed all my stuff away. He said all I could see, Grandad, was a white square. I suppose I should have worn my glasses. Now I don't see him very often, he's got a bit of a busy life, he's got a girlfriend and he lives a few miles from me, and I didn't realise he wore glasses. I'm not sure I've even seen him in glasses. But the last couple of times, about a year ago, he fired my previous gun. It could have been my HW57 and a CO2 gun. He didn't do too bad, but this is absolutely horrendous. And between shooting, it was that bad that I think I fired after this. I put a target in and fired because I thought maybe the sights had come loose. But what I didn't realise was, when I was down the garden changing the target, he was messing about with the back of the scope ring, and the scope's really rubbish. Not to make excuses, but he does his bit of his Arnold Schwarzenegger machine gun impression. Fortunately, apart from the lock being on the gun when he goes to load it here,
ooh, not good at all.
You know, if you pulled the trigger, nothing happens unless he took the lock off, and you can't take the lock off because the breech is pointing upwards, waiting for you to put a pellet in. So despite it not looking very safe, it actually was safe unless he pulled the underarm lever back up to the barrel and then pushed down the breech and then took the safety off. But I'm just showing his target here and saying that the gun must be broke, because it couldn't have been him who shot that poorly. It's quite bad. But yeah, in my editing I've taken, but this part here he's pretending it's a machine gun, which I thought was a bit strange. He didn't know that I could see him, you see. He forgot the camera was on him while I was down the garden changing the targets. And then he messes about with a little ring at the end of the scope, which would explain on my last target why all my pellets were going to the right hand side, and there he is, look, fiddling with the scope. So when I come back now and shoot the gun, I'm off to the right and slightly low because he's turned the ring round. Not making excuses. I'm very happy with the gun. I'm more than happy. But I thought I'd get that bit in to say as to why. So thanks for looking at my video. To conclude, what do I think of the Weihrauch HW57 so far? Fantastic, worth every penny of the £350 that it cost me. As I said in the video, I did get a gun bag and a tin of pellets, so if you take that away from the cost, the gun was probably £320, which really is a budget gun, £320 when you compare it to some guns out there. I didn't have ideal circumstances in the video. The pool in the garden, my youngest grandson, he likes to live in the pool, so when the weather's fine he's out all day. A bit windy here where I am, so if you hear a creaky noise it's the door blowing. But yeah, he likes to get in the pool whenever he can, so I got a phone call off my daughter saying the garden's free, Dad, if you want to use it, and this was at 8 o'clock, and I got all my stuff together. Gets dark at about 9:20, so I got my stuff, chucked it in the car, drove down there, got all my stuff set up as fast as I could, and then I had my grandson in the background keep talking to me, which is no problem. I don't see him very often. And a shed door kept collapsing on my legs about 3 times while I was shooting. So I had plenty of stuff to sort of put me off. The conditions were perfect. There was no sun in my eyes. There was no wind whatsoever. So I'm not going to use any excuses, and I don't particularly think that the gun shot bad under the circumstances. It's got a Hawk Eclipse scope that's seen better days. It's very old. I don't know, I must have got it on a second-hand gun I bought at some point, but it hasn't got parallax adjustment and it's pretty rubbish. And when you turn the ring at the back, like a focus ring, the actual image swirls up and down and from side to side slightly. So when you set the sights, set your turrets, if you were to move those, which my grandson did on the sly while I was down the garden, it actually knocked me off a little bit, but it doesn't matter, it's neither here nor there. But I'll show you the targets in a moment close up and give them the 5p test. I know when I've got some half decent sights on there, not necessarily expensive sights, but ones with parallax adjustment, you know, that'll be a fantastic gun. No complaints whatsoever, and that's straight out the box. I haven't adjusted the trigger yet. I will adjust the trigger. I like it to be a little bit lighter letting off, but it's okay standard out the box. I've left a label on there because this gun at the moment has shot about, roughly speaking, about 50 shots, and those pellets that I used, the gun seems to quite like them. I'm sure as I develop with this gun and I try different pellets, and I will actually find the ones that work the best. But the air arms, as I thought they would, they've done quite well. When I've fired about 100 shots, I'll take this off. So another 50 shots to go, and I'll take the label off the trigger. I'll still see it as a brand new gun at the moment, and then also I won't bother putting it through the chrono till it's done about 100 shots and it's settled in a bit, till the internals have had a chance to sort of I don't know, wear into each other, and the power of the new spring inside levels down a bit. So in another 50 shots, my next video will be chronoing the gun to see what power it's doing. But I've got no worries that it's not anywhere near 12 foot-pounds, because I'm pretty sure it is by the way it fires and the noise when it hits the target. What else was I coming on to say? There was something else. Because I'm left-handed, that the breech what pops up to put your pellet in, I have to use my right hand to put the pellet in. It's very awkward, and it depends on your eye position, your eye relief on the back of the scope as to how long your sight is and how forward you have it. So obviously a big sight, a long sight, would be no good on this gun, because it would become virtually impossible to thumb the pellet in the hole. It takes a little bit of getting used to, that does, if I'm honest. So I tend to use my right hand, not my left. Also, before putting the scope on, I was going to try and do some shots and do a video with the open sights, but sadly I can't see through them. I can't. These glasses I wear are very focal. At the bottom is the magnification for reading, and I can't get both. When I look down the gun, I can't get both sights to be in focus in my eyes. One's blurred. So I walked outside into good daylight and looked around and put a target up, but it was a no-go. On my Webley that I still own, the VMX-DR, the gas ram gun I've got upstairs, that's got fibre optic sights. One end of it I think is green and the nearest sight to you is red. I can see that with these glasses. You know, that hasn't currently got any sight on, only the open sights, but I could shoot that as it is. But this gun's open sights are well made, they're solid, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just my eyes with these glasses, I just can't use them. So I went on the internet to order myself a scope, and I was looking through various scopes, and I spotted a few that had foot the bill, as it were. However, I didn't buy a scope, I bought a gun, another gun, and I got it from, I think it's called Palpax, something like that. I've paid for it. We've had a confirmation email. Obviously I think they're based in on the east coast near where my son lives, in Norwich way I believe. So they're not going to make a journey with just one gun to where I live in the Midlands, in Nuneaton in Warwickshire. I can understand with the cost of fuel, etc. They'll probably wait till they've got a few deliveries to do down this way to make it, you know, worth bringing a gun to deliver. So I've actually paid for a gun. I haven't. The wife has. She's treated me to it. It's a budget gun. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a break barrel, and I've watched a few reviews of other people's opinions, and it looks like it's going to be half decent. because I nearly bought, or I would have probably bought, a HW99S again, because I did buy a brand new one of those if you look back through my videos, and I was quite happy with that gun. But to be fair, I'm glad I've got this one instead of. If the shop where I bought this from would have had a HW99, I probably would have bought it. But after shooting this gun, I quite like it. So this gun that I've ordered, it's not a Weihrauch, by the way. It's more budget than this one. Wooden stock. You can guess in the comments box below if you want. If you get it correct, I'll say yes, that's the one. I'll give it away. But yeah, I've ordered that. It comes as a package with a bag, or a gun slip. I call it a bag still. And a telescopic sight that also isn't going to be very good. I'm pretty certain it's going to be rubbish, but I've got to get myself a sight at some point. So my other hobby of collecting watches, I haven't bought a new watch for a couple of months, so my next purchase will be definitely a scope. And then when I get a scope on this gun, I will predict the blue ring on these at 26 yards. Every pellet, unless I of course cock up on one shot and, you know, go and miss on one, I'm pretty certain they're all going to be in the centre, surrounding the bullseye or in the bullseye at 26 yards under ideal conditions. But I'll get the camera off, we'll spin it round, and I'll show you the targets that I've just fired, and you can come to your own conclusions. That was my air freshener. So here's our targets. Starting on the first one I shot. Here's a 5p that I've already shot the 5p. 11 yards I think I shot that, and I did get it. Got the Queen's Head. I suppose you're not supposed to deface coins, are you? But yes, I did get her straight beyond the ear hole. But as I say, that's the first target I did. 5p comfortably goes over it. Second one I did, 5p comfortably goes over it. Third one, 5p. Ooh, just about scraped that one in. No, actually, the I don't know, just about get a 5p over that one. And the last target, if I didn't pull that shot, which I most definitely pulled that shot, because when I pulled the trigger I knew I'd done it. If it wasn't for that, this is after my grandson had fiddled about with my scope as well, but I'm not blaming him for that. That's definitely my fault. There you go. Just covers it. Just. So I'm more than happy and more than sure, as I say, when I get a half decent scope, I'm gonna be in this red ring zone. None of them are going to be in that blue as far as I'm concerned when I get a decent scope on the go. I'm pretty sure of that. And when the barrel's properly leaded in and the springs settle down in its power, we're going to be cooking gas. My wife bought me a load of targets, new ones, because these things are like thin paper. They really are. They're pretty rubbish, if I'm honest. I didn't realise till we'd ordered them. I didn't realise what weight the paper was. These are thick card, these ones, so these will really foot the bill, these things. I don't know how many's in there, but so I've got some new targets, plenty of pellets. So my next video will be chrono in the gun. Get it onto chrono, and also a review of my new gun when I get it. I think in a couple of weeks that's being delivered, but if I get it before then, or whenever I get it, I'll be doing a review on it. If you can guess what it is, say in the box. And I'm sorry for that this video has been so long. I didn't intend it to be, well, I would guess it's about 20 minutes by now, but so apologies for that. And you all take care till the next one. Thumbs up, thumbs down, any comments, I will answer. I believe this account may be in my wife's name, so if it says Beverly instead of Shane, I haven't changed my gender. I'm still the same person. Bye for now, everyone. Take care.